One of the things I wanted to do this season is to bring back composers which have played a large role in our musical life. Osvaldo Golijov, James Newton Howard, Michael Daugherty, Richard Danielpour, Narong Prangcharoen, and Frank Kelly. Narong was the winner of our Young Composers competition a number of years ago, and as winner, I commissioned him to write about a 10-minute work. I had originally asked him to write a work like the Barber Adagio for strings, perhaps just for strings, and he called me and goes, "Carl, I'm sorry, the Barber Adagio for strings is too magnificent. I could never live up to that. Would you mind if I added some other instruments?" I said, "It's up to you." While Narong was composing this work, there was this disaster which happened in Indonesia, the tsunami. And he had family members and many friends who were deeply and darkly affected by this. So he composed a work which reflected his feelings. This particular work is called Sattha. And Sattha is a word which means fate. It isn't a dark work. It is more a reflective work, but it ends and uses a very important Indonesian tune. We hear, of course, the Asian influences in this work. It is a very dramatic work, which allows all of us to have a chance and a moment of reflection on what this meant and what devastation was brought to so many thousands of people. And let's not forget, the second half of this season, the last 5 concerts, look how many composers were performing who are actually ill. I mean, Schubert, poor Schubert, the Ninth Symphony there with the great C major symphony. I mean, it was 1828. I mean, Beethoven had just died. He had a venereal disease. He wrote in his book, "I'm the most unfortunate, the most miserable person in the world," he wrote. He never got any job that he wanted to get. And he's writing these masterpieces like the 2 cello quintets, piano sonatas, the second part of the Winterreise, and the great C major symphony. Look at Beethoven. You know, death from around 1802, 3 or 4. You know, it's now 1827. He's not been well for a decade, and he's writing the Ninth Symphony. Rachmaninoff wasn't well at the end of his life. I mean, it just goes on and on like this. They were suffering in so many ways. Yet at the time of their suffering, they were making some of their greatest music. And I don't think that's changed much in our lifetime. So it's been a refuge for me my whole life, this music.